Hi guys, welcome back to Day Trade Diary. Today is the 10th of April 2026 and I'll give you an update what happened yesterday. So, it's day number 42 of our documented trading journey. This is our equity curve or net asset value curve. We are currently sitting at positive 5.62% after 42 days of trading. You can see the equity levels for Oanda and Binance along with our exposure percentage at the moment. So it's quite low as prices are grinding up. We are taking profits, waiting for the next dip down so that we can reload in our grid. Total net asset value 24,853, and that equates to a return in absolute terms of 1,323 US dollars in 42 days. So I'll start first of all today with let's look at silver. So silver, we had one take profit yesterday, and it was for the trade open at around the 73.50 level, and it took profit around the 75.50 level. I've since reopened the buy order at 73.5, but we had one take profit for silver. And prices seem to be grinding up. This is the daily chart, and we had one more take profit in China A50. So we had one trade open at the 14.5 level roundabout, and that has taken profit around the 15,000 level. I've since reopened the buy order as well at the 14.5 level again. So let's look at the activity. To verify this, there you go. This is the take profit for $48.42. And then for silver, this is the take profit at the 75.50 level for the trade open at the 73.50 level. So we had two take profits yesterday for $20 and $48. So can't complain about that. The grid strategy is working as it should. So if we look now at Binance, so I'll show you first of all the net asset value. I have some spot trades as well, assets as well, but we're focusing just mainly on the futures one. So currently at 9972, but I wrote down 9946 at the time of where I documented it. We had no activity in Bitcoin today in terms of buy orders hit or take profits. Nothing has happened. You can see since our last update was around maybe this candle, somewhere around here. And basically it's been ranging with no activity at all. Now if we look at the daily chart, let's see what's happening here. Does it look like it's going to break out from this range? I don't know. So it's ranging here. It didn't make a lower low. So that's good news. But we'll see if it makes a higher high and then it breaks out completely. Some analysts are saying that it might pop up to the the 80,000 to the 85,000 level before it gets slammed down again. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's no activity for copper and no activity for gold as well. But we can look at gold. Let's look at gold. I forgot to touch on that. So the chart is pretty similar to what we're looking at in compared to silver as well. So big drawdown here, and then it seems to be grinding up. So we have some trades open for gold. We have taken one profit already at yesterday. So now we still have 4 open trades here. And so let's see what happens at this point. Okay, so today I thought I'll do something a little bit different. I'd like to obviously look at various YouTube videos on some trades and so on. And one of the gurus that I've been following for some time now is his name is Mark Faber. I think he's Swiss, but he lives in Thailand, and he's been a big proponent of Austrian economics for 30 years, and I've been following his interviews for the past maybe 10 years or so. And what I like to do is, instead of listening to the entire video for 39 minutes, I mean, I do listen to it, but sometimes I tend to drift off a little bit or lose concentration. And to prevent that from happening, I've started to use various tools, namely ChatGPT and also Claude. And one trick you can do is to show the transcript here, which is here. And then you basically you just drag it down and copy the transcript. And then you plonk it into ChatGPT and also into Claude. So this is Claude, this is ChatGPT. And then you just basically give a prompt. Basically give a prompt into ChatGPT and to Claude. As in, so you can see I pasted the transcript in here. So it's pretty long. But I gave ChatGPT a prompt saying summarize the following transcript with emphasis on what to invest in 2026. And it will basically summarize everything, all the text here, without going into the actual video itself. And it gives you a clear summary. So for example, in this video, Mark Faber is saying that global liquidity is tightening, and we have seen that from various sources as well. Inflation persists, but interest rates tend to go up instead of going down because of inflation. And the goal is not to maximize returns, but to lose the least money in the next 5 years, which is funny. So, and he specifically mentions what to avoid, these darling stocks, Nvidia and Tesla. I do own some Tesla, so I'm a bit worried about that. But generally, I bought it at a lower level than what it is now. So if it gets cut by half, by 50%, I'm still okay, but it will suck, of course. He warned about crypto, meme stocks, and what he likes is gold. He holds 25% gold. I do hold some gold as well as a store of value. And it is not something that to make a big fortune on, but rather to preserve what you have. And another thing that he mentioned on is oil and energy stocks, which I also have. It's been very volatile. It's been going down since Iran and the US have sort of like agreed to a ceasefire. But I'm still in a little bit of profit from my oil stocks, but it seems to be under some pressure now. But I'm not selling. I think in the long term it will go up even after this ceasefire with Iran. Mining stocks. I do not own any mining stocks. I don't really know how to play that. I did buy some copper ETFs, but no specific mining stocks. I think I've only one gold mining stocks called B2B Gold or something like that. But I'll look into that more deeply. I just bought a nominal amount just to dip my toe in the market. And he's surprisingly bullish on bonds and cash. Okay, and he has 25% in real estate. Interesting. And he advises diversifying into Asia and emerging markets. So this is exactly what his portfolio looks like today: gold, real estate, stocks, bonds, cash, 1/4 each. Yeah, so my point is that this is a very good way to summarize a long interview, and to double check that everything is correct. You put it in the two LLMs. So this is the one in Claude, and it gives basically the same summaries as what ChatGPT gave. So avoid the big tech, avoid crypto. Yeah, be careful of interest rates and so on. And he goes into detail on his 25% allocations in each sector. Okay, so this was just a little bit of advice on how I do my research. I'd like to conclude for the day, and thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye bye.